Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Good morning to you. You're welcome back. I just want to give you updates. It will be a very quick one. Please give me your time. Let's go through it one by one because there's this post from Vanguard. They made post, and they're talking about British government, okay, United Kingdom, establishing military base in Nigeria. And this report was yesterday, being 11th day of August 2026. Today is 12th of August 2026. So make sure you like the video and let me know what you think about it. Because last time we heard that the American government wanted to establish military base. Could this just be another way to stop American in case if they want to establish anything or something like that? Or maybe American government, later realized the Nigerian is actually the workshop of Britain. So I don't know. What do you think? Because this news, I don't think is something good. I don't think is something that people should see as a helping hand to Nigerians. Because today, as of today, no state is free. Everywhere is running helter-skelter. And simply because the owner of the country, who happen to be Britain, are in the same bed with jihadists. That's not the fact. But the truth of the matter is that news like this is not something you can just ignore. So I would like to share a few things about it with you this morning. Can you just please make sure you like the video and share it on many platforms of your choice so that others will get to know what is going on. Like as I was saying, the update from Vanguard, because they made this publication talking about what the British government have decided to do in Nigeria by establishing military base and all that. So we think we have to start from that, which is what we are seeing now here in this page. What you have here is what? Look at it here. The headline says UK, or that's United Kingdom, offers military base air defense support to strengthen ties with Nigeria. Remember, since 2012, British government have not done anything meaningful to stop terrorism, Boko Haram, and rest of them. They have not done anything. It was even American government and maybe Israeli government that have even raised their eyes and trying to condemn the level of terrorism activities, the activities of terrorists in Nigeria. They are the only one. British have not done anything. British government have not done anything. And trying to talk about this military base and defense system and all that, it could be another way because they are not, maybe they have realized that, look, the civil war in Nigeria again probably is inevitable. I'm not calling for war. I don't wish war. I'm just telling you what my mind is telling me about the whole thing because it doesn't make any sense. All of a sudden, British government are now trying to establish military base in Nigeria to stop what exactly? Are they trying to tell us they just realized that Nigerians have been in hands of terrorism all this while? And mind you, the military base they're talking about is to support who? The government that have been integrating terrorism in their security architecture. I don't understand what do they even want to achieve? Okay, this happened yesterday. As you can see here, August 11, 2026. They made this publication. This is a British, I think military officer, or I don't know, or what do they call that? The people that are in charge of air like not civil defense. So they're in charge of military, airways. So I believe that is maybe this is for one. I don't know the man because I don't pay much attention to anything British. He said British defense advisor to Nigeria, Brigadier Tom Harper, on Tuesday during a visit to Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Waidi Shaibu, Church Ambassador, at Army headquarters in Abuja, NA. Okay. Now he said the United Kingdom has proposed supporting Nigeria with air defense system, counter on unmanned area systems, and enhanced military intelligence capabilities as part of plan to deepen its strategy defense partnership with the Nigerian Army. Okay, are you sure? This is I don't want to say Biafran because there must be something that triggered this. British don't move just because they want to help you. No, there's no history that they want to do something militarily just because they care for humanity. No, they do what they do because they always want to gain something. British Defense Advisor to Nigerian Brigadier Tommy Harper on Tuesday during a visit to the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Wade Shaibu, at Army headquarters in Abuja. The British Defense Advisor to Nigerian Brigadier Tommy Harper disclosed this on Tuesday when he visited the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Wade Shaibu, at Army headquarters Abuja. These guys, they can repeat word. Do you know, since we started recording this video, I have mentioned the same thing almost more than 3 times, and it's not by me, it's not me. It's how don't they have what to say or what? Keep on repeating the title, the same thing, the subheading, the same thing, first paragraph, the same thing. I don't understand. Harper also highlighted proposed UK support for the establishment of a reference forward operating base within a cantonment environment and the expansion of tactical intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance capabilities to brigadier level. The discussion further covered potential transfer of protected mobility vehicles and specialist armored ammunition support, according to a statement by the acting Director Army Public Relations, Colonel Apollonia Anele. Okay, the proposed measure form part of the United Kingdom's continued commitment under the Security and Defense Partnership to strengthening Nigeria's operational and institutional capacity. Harper also disclosed plan to expand regional training programs covering combat tactical derails, casualty care, and advanced patrolling. Here is a picture of them. You can see here, British always look, they look scary to them. They always look scary. I don't know. Each time I see this, anybody in a British government, like military force, once I look at them, yeah, the military that was trying to do is civil defense. Okay, this American government, this British government, always want to do everything possible to register their name on everything that has to do with Nigeria. It could be British, scaring other countries away. I don't know why is America afraid of them? I don't know. I don't think so. Or just because they are white, help me. How can you allow it? Because I wonder why, a country like America allow Nigeria to be the way it is now for no just reason. And America is actually paying the price more than British. British Defense Advisor to Nigerian Brigadier Tommy Harper on Tuesday during a visit to Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Wade. You see, they're still repeating the same thing again. He said, future Operation Handy Kai training cohorts are expected to include personnel from Niger, Cameroon, and Chad alongside Nigerian troops. According to this statement, the initiative would promote interoperability and strengthening collective regional capacity against share and security threats. Anamana. The Chief of Army Staff said the depending partnership will critical to build a more adaptable, combat-ready, and resilient force capable of responding effectively to, evolving national and regional security threats. To what? Okay. Okay. The partnership, he noted, remains central to strengthening operational effectiveness, force operation, intelligence and capabilities, specialized training, and institutional capacity. The same thing. Shaibu identify, you know what, let me not waste my time on this, because at the end of the day, all this nonsense they're talking about here is that the British want to register their stand in Nigeria. And we all know that British government is one of the countries in the world today that funding and helping, people that don't want peace, if that makes sense, because Nigeria belongs to them. Nigeria belongs to them. And no country in this surface of earth would come to your aid as a Nigerian, as long as Britain is still there as your godfatherism, pressing the button, dictating what will happen to you. Okay, they are talking about this, setting up military base, not from these guys are, military base and air defense system, which of course has to do with Air Force. Okay. Now, just few days ago, we heard what a Fulani man, this man said here, who called for Christians to be murdered. Remember, British is a Christian country. That's what they call themselves. They're a Christian country, not a Muslim country. But they colonized Nigeria and handed Nigeria over to one of the deadly Islamic caliphate in the world. Okay, so Sokoto Caliphate. Now, today, they are now threatening Christians, not by threatening. To the extent that even Canadian government have prescribed many of them, like Nigerian police, Nigerian army, down to Nigerian political parties like APC, PDP, and made it clear that these guys are attached to terrorism. But guess what? British government don't see it worthy of talking about. They don't see it worthy to talk about it. They don't deliberate on it. Instead, they are now telling you how they want to bring, how they want to bring their base to make sure that they will systematically bind Igbo youth. That's what it is. Remember, there's a rumor that the so-called Crocodile Smile, and don't forget SARS. The question I have for you, remember the Operation SARS, what they call that protest? There was a very massive protest that has to do with SARS. They should stop SARS in Nigeria and all that. Do you know that when the so-called SARS was very, very active operating, it was made known, or it was revealed that people who funded that establishment of SARS are British government. Then these SARS don't have presence in the north. Did you see any operation in the north that has to do with the SARS? No. Southern part, yes. I don't know what is wrong with Igbos and Yoruba people. I don't know what is wrong with them, because even the so-called SARS, as bad as they are in the east, they are also having their influence and doing their crooked business also in the southwest. But the region they commit a lot of atrocities southeast, like always, because our father fought war. So everything they want to test, if they buy new gun today, where they're going to service it and test it in the east. Why will it be so? And British government, they don't care. They don't care. Now, the IPOB of Kano, of course, is more powerful. Okay, the man called it powerful. decided to talk, and he said this: Jija, that's the name of the Islamic cleric which you are seeing here, who called Christians, who said that Christians, they should buy Christians. They said the remark of that man vindicate Kano's warning IPOB claims. Okay. Here, let's see if we can go through. Omar here, the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, has claimed that the recent remark attributed to Sheikh Sani Yahaya Jingai, Jinge, I don't know, that Gingir on Nigerians' religious identity have vindicated concerns previously raised by East detained leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu over religious freedom and equality in the country. In a statement issued on Tuesday by East spokesman Emma Powerful, the group said that the reported declaration that Nigeria is a Muslim country and the Christians are infidels raised concern about the country's constitutional commitment to religious equality. The remark that, imagine an imam openly bragging that Nigeria is a Muslim country and Christians are infidel. The man said the truth. I don't know why they're even attacking them. It is true. Nigeria is a Muslim country. It is a Muslim country. So, and most people that drag this Muslim country because in Islam, they have practiced different, should I say denomination? They have Sunni Islam and there's another one, all right? So some of them, the other one, see the other one as a problem also. They fight among themselves. But this man making such a remark is commenting from the side of jihadists, people who believe that all are on, and they are the one in charge of Nigeria. They are managing Nigeria on behalf of the so-called Christian country, Britain. So they are telling you that's why the man cannot be arrested. They can't detain him because what I can has the joke about. IPOB argued that such comments should not be dismissed as mere rhetoric, stressing that Nigerian operates a constitutional system in which citizens are entitled to equal rights regardless of religious affiliation. The group said that the remark had given fresh relevance to what is described as Kano's long-standing warning about alleged attempt to alter Nigeria's religious and political characters. According to IPOB, the time of denial is over. The time for denial is over, urging the federal government to clarify its position on religious equality and the constitutional status of Nigeria. The organization also renewed its criticism of the persecution and continued detention of Kanu, arguing that his case raised questions about due process and the rule of law. You see, this is the reason why I told you that Avis is not for freedom. I don't believe they are fighting for Biafra. They are fighting for better Nigeria regional system. And this writer from Mapafo must have been influenced. It must have something to do with the praise of Avis, because this is how they normally sound. If I've watched their program, this is how they normally sound. They don't believe encouraging Nigerian government to do this, uphold the constitution, uphold the rule of law, uphold what actually? Are you kidding me? IPOB referred to the October 13th, 2022 judgment of the judge of the IPOB referred to the October 13th, 2022 judgment of the Court of Appeal, which it says discharged Kanu and questions subsequent legal development that lead to his continued detention and eventually conviction. The group further raised questions about the application of criminal laws, fair hearing, and the legal provisions under which Kanu was persecuted, However, the claim remain IPOB's position and have been contested in Nigerian legal and judicial process. IPOB also claimed that lawmakers in the United States and Israel had been briefed on Kano's case and it what it describes as concern over religious persecution and the treatment of non-Muslim persecution in Nigeria. The group urged the federal government to address, can you imagine? The group urged the federal government to address concern over religious tolerance and insecurity rather than allowing them to deepen existing division. This is the new. This one has to do with Chinasa Woro and what's his name? Chike Dozem and Chinasa Woro and group. No. The new recruited one. Okay, let me take it again. The group urged federal government of Nigeria to address concerns over religious tolerance and insecurity rather than allowing them to deepen existing division. So, giving Nigerian government, advice on what to do to avoid Nigerian divide. I don't know if you follow what I'm saying. That's what giving Nigerian advising Nigerian government, can you do this so that you not do something that will bring more division among Nigerians? Do you understand? That's why he said, rather than allowing them to deepen the existing division. And I will read the rest for you. I will leave the rest for you. It called on the government to clarify whether Nigeria would continue to operate as a secular constitutional state in which Christians, Muslims, adherents of traditional religions, and people of other or no faith enjoy equal rights. IPOB linked its concern to the broader security challenges facing the country, including the attacks attributed to jihadist group and criminal elements, and warned against the spread of violence and religious tolerance to southern Nigeria. The group maintained that Kano's warning deserved greater public scrutiny following the remark attributed to Ginger. That is, no, I don't know if Ginger or Ginger. I don't know. It's a Fulani man, so I don't know how they pronounce it. It says its concerns went beyond Kano's personal circumstances to issue of constitutionalism, religious freedom and judicial independence, state accountability, and the protection of citizens' rights. Imprisoning the man does not raise his voice. IPOB said, IPOB said, insisting that the issue raised by Kano should be addressed through constitutional and democratic means. The organization called on Nigeria and the international community to pay closer attention to developments concerning religious tolerance, security, and the rule of law in Nigeria. It says the controversial surrounding the remark attributed to Jija should provide an opportunity for the country to reaffirm its commitments to religious equality and constitutional governance. So we can go on and on. I think this is the end of the message, right? I think this is the end. So I just want you to understand that people can be funny. Honestly, imagine you are fully mass American and yet you can pull this kind of thing out there. Anyway, I would like to hear from you. What do you think? Let me not just be the only one to hear it. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Just imagine. Anyway, thank you so much. I'm not gonna waste more. Like I told you, I will try my best to be as brief as possible. But even though the video is somehow long already, this 24 minutes going to 25. So my boy, thank you so much, and let me know what you think about everything. even if you don't understand another thing, the military base British government want to put in Nigeria, what do you think influenced them? What do you think they want to achieve? Because we all know, I know that, you know it, that British don't move without having something to gain. What do you think they're gaining? The military base, is it for me and you to save our land? Is it to save difference? Oh, are they coming to protect us from genocide? Or do you think they want to open more doors to stop anybody that try to stop jihadist movement? Let me hear from you. God bless you and take care of yourself. Bye bye for now.